Hey, what's up, Seventyne here, taking a look at the multiplayer first-person shooter Lawbreakers, currently being developed by Boss Key Studios, a new development studio founded by Cliff Bleszinski of Gears of War fame and Argent Bruce from the Killzone franchise. Lawbreakers follows the recent trend of hero shooters, however the core gameplay still remains true to classics like Quake and Unreal Tournament, where moving fast and having good aim is rewarded. The gameplay is centered around gravity with pushing and pulling forces, as well as the lack of it, with the center of the map currently in the game completely being void of any gravitational force, requiring you to play with momentum to get where you want to go. While it seems most of the maps will have some sort of gravitational anomaly, each character is also capable of altering gravity, at least for a brief moment, via grenades, abilities, or ultimates. With the gravity changing so often, movement becomes an extremely important part of the game, and while at first it feels a little bit odd, it's something that will take some time to get used to before you're soaring through the zero gravity areas with ease. Something that would have made it a little bit easier for me was the mechanic of firing behind you. Unfortunately though, I didn't realize its importance until it was listed in the survey afterwards, with my original thoughts being that it was kind of a pointless mechanic, thinking of it as purely combat based rather than actually having a utility. The characters you play as all have an ability, a grenade of some sort, an ultimate, and a movement ability that helps them get a quick boost of mobility to get around a little bit easier. Most of the characters also have a secondary weapon to deal with long range and short range targets, with one character having an assault rifle and taser, while another character has daggers and a shotgun. With the speed of movement being so fast, you'll be switching between these two weapons quite often to be the most effective you can be. Not to mention using your melee attack when in extreme close quarters combat. The time to kill is also something to get used to, as it is a little bit longer than most first person shooters currently out there, requiring you to chip away at the enemy's health before going all in for the kill. There is a squishy assassin character that can be killed quite quickly, but most other characters have quite a bit of health. Healing back up to full health is a little bit awkward in the game though, requiring you to head on over to one of these healing booths that are somewhat out of the way from the main areas of conflict, taking you out of the action. It slows down the game a little bit too much, especially when in a game where you're constantly moving and you have to sit in the booth waiting for your health to slowly tick back up to full. I can see what they were trying to go for though, trying to stop characters from camping certain areas that are prone to it, but I feel health pickups that are in well-travelled locations would help keep the action and movement going, rather than removing you from it. The sole game mode available was a slight mix-up of the Capture the Flag game mode, where the goal is to capture a battery that spawns in the centre of the map and charge it back up in your base. It takes a while for the battery to charge, and there is only ever one battery active at a time. The battery stays charged if it's stolen and taken to the opposing base, so games can be won and lost at the very last seconds. As for what other game modes could be implemented in the near future, well, I wouldn't be surprised if the game gets similar modes as Overwatch, like Capture the Point, Payload, and Capture and Hold. The characters available fit the DPS support and tank roles pretty well, so there should be a focus on keeping everyone together and working as a team. As for other features of the game, there isn't much to speak of because of its early development phase, but as the game has transitioned from being a free-to-play release to buy-to-play, all the characters will be unlocked and playable from the get-go. As for what they're planning on doing for a progression system, ranked, or anything of the sort, that's still a big unknown. Altogether, Lawbreakers took a while for me to get into, but when it eventually did click, it was actually a lot of fun. The initial hour or two will have you a little bit perplexed and annoyed if you play other first-person shooters as you slowly get used to the mechanics, but it really is just a matter of waiting until the game's mechanics fully sink in before the game will show what it has to offer. That being an extremely fast-paced shooter that may be the ideal evolution while maintaining the feel of games like Quake and Unreal Tournament. If you enjoy playing those other games, or perhaps want a faster-paced game in the hero shooter genre, then Lawbreakers is definitely worth checking out. Anyway, that's been my preview of Lawbreakers. The game is currently in early alpha development with an official release date scheduled for the fourth quarter of this year. If you want to find out more about the game, check out the links below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.